TIF, the Transport Innovation Fund, Manchester's proposed answer to traffic congestion. Is it an exceptional solution to a major problem, or is it simply another tax? Manchester, a busy city, its total population far exceeding 2 million. Deemed the capital of the north, it is the second most populated city in the UK. This fast-growing city has been regarded as the best place to locate a business. So how does the vast number of people living and working in Manchester affect the traffic and transport system within the city? Here we explore the true facts surrounding the Transport Innovation Fund's bid. The Greater Manchester Transport Innovation Fund is a bid by Greater Manchester Passenger Transport Authority to secure funds from the UK Government to develop and improve transport conditions throughout Greater Manchester. Under the proposal, Greater Manchester will receive £1.5 billion from the Government's Transport Innovation Fund. In addition to the government funding, £1.2 billion will be borrowed. The bid aims to deliver key improvements including 120 yellow school buses, improvements to over 40 railway stations, and extensions to the Metrolink tram network. Also proposed was a cycle hire scheme with an additional 200 kilometres of new and improved cycle routes. As the £1.2 billion borrowed will be paid back through a mixture of congestion charging and public transport revenues, this would mean an increase in the transport expenditure for all modes of transport used when travelling through Greater Manchester. The TIF proposed a 2-ring congestion charging zone, comprising of an outer ring just inside the M60 and an inner ring around the regional centre. Vehicles would be charged during the stipulated weekday periods if they crossed one or both rings. Charging would only operate in one direction at a time, matching the flow of congestion. A charge of up to £5 per day could be incurred should your journey at peak times take you through both rings. This would mean a charge of up to £100 per month spent on congestion charges alone. All motor vehicles would be subject to a charge under the scheme, unless specifically exempt. Exemptions were proposed for blue badge holders, motorcycles and public transport vehicles including hackney carriages and private hire cars. On the 24th of October, the Stop the Charge coalition was formed, comprising a cross-party alliance of 7 local MPs and the leaders of 3 councils opposed to the plans. Local councillors in favour of the TIF bid joined forces to promote the bid by launching a huge advertising campaign across various mediums in order to gain the yes vote. MP Tony Lloyd spoke openly in favour of the charges. The introduction of a road toll tax in the city region would be good for the public's health and economy. We know that congestion is bad for health. The pollutants in the atmosphere are particularly bad for young people and children's lungs. MP Graham Stringer opposed the charges. In the city centre, one already has to pay to park, so to add another charge would almost certainly lead to the cars and shoppers moving out to the traffic centre. That means longer journeys, probably more pollution caused by these longer journeys, and economic decline in the city centre. The public was divided with approximately 2/3 against and 1/3 in favour, according to a Manchester Evening News survey.
If you've got a car, you're already paying taxes on the car. You're paying for your insurance, you've got petrol on top. You won't be able to afford to go anywhere.
I pay enough money as it is being a young driver and getting into Manchester on petrol and parking, so why should we have to pay anything more?
I believe there is a problem, but I do believe that there are probably other ways of sorting it out as well.
Chavs getting on the bus and kind of sitting behind you, boob down your neck doesn't make me feel very comfortable.
Just a money-making scheme for the government.
Around 160 businesses had joined up in favour of the congestion charge, calling themselves United City, while over 270 had formed an alliance against, calling themselves the Greater Manchester Momentum Group. In November 2008, ballot papers were sent out to the people of Manchester, to be returned by the 11th of December. A simple cross was placed in either the yes box or the no box. More than 1 million people voted.
The electorate, 199,819.
Votes counted on the 12th of December 2008. The results were
The number
announced.
of yes votes,
The no vote won a clear majority in all 10 local
20,529.
authority areas, with
No
79%
votes,
against.
76,000.
So what does the future hold for the transport system of Manchester? Perhaps bus lanes could be re-evaluated, more school buses added, and traffic pinch points addressed. There are many unexplored ways to tackle traffic congestion, most of which do not involve a toll charge.